So anytime that you hear something being talked about on the news, whatever news source you listen to, anytime you hear friends at a barbecue talking about some topic, that information is already priced in to the market. The issue with the drop that we had in markets coming out with what President Trump's calling Liberation Day is the average market consensus was he was going to raise tariffs, but it wasn't going to be largely to the numbers that he's posting, right? So the average consensus was a lot less than what happened. And that's the uncertainty that roiled markets. Because all of a sudden, the price of some Jordans coming from Vietnam went up dramatically. The price of grapes coming from Chile went up dramatically. And you either have to have, to our point earlier, the consumer pay it or the profitability of the company has to go down. And you have both things trying to be understood in markets. And that's what caused this big move down in markets. It's normally not normally we can't tell you what caused a move in markets. Mm-hmm. This time, I think we can.
This one, it was pretty clear, right?
Like, normally, there's a lot more factors than just one thing, but this is a very clear thing. And the way that we went about calculating what we're going to have people pay, it's essentially not so much about trade balances on, hey, you're not fairly letting us sell cell phones in your country versus we get to sell cell phones in your country at a zero trade imbalance. Instead, it's, hey, Canada, you have 41 million people and we have 330 million people. So you have 12% of the people that we have. But to be fair, we should have to zero out our trade every day. And it's like, that just doesn't make sense at the end of the day, because they automatically we have 80%, more than 80% more people than they do. So if we're going to trade with them and they're going to manufacture for us, they're going to send way more stuff to us than we're going to send back to them. Mm-hmm. That's just simple math.
Right. And, when we break it down even further, they have a lot more trees than us. We rely on their timber, right?
Yes.
Or when we start looking at what we refer to in basic economics as a competitive advantage, there's things that are just cost effective wise doesn't make sense for us to spend our time, our labor, our energy producing where we can get it elsewhere, and it doesn't have to be equal, right? We can all benefit through this idea of trading with one another.